The 1995 edition of the Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes are about to unfold, Coach. And, of course, we're the defending state champion Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes, as will be known throughout the year. One of the first questions I'd like to ask you, I know that we talked about it at the Supper Club, was if you're a defending state champion and, of course, you're in this position as you enter the season, did it change or alter the way you came into the season as far as how you spoke to the kids and what you told them they're supposed to be looking for? You know, how does that change you when you're a state champion?
You know, here at Mount Carmel, I found out quick that every season you got to be prepared to play the first game, and nothing really changed in terms of our preparation. The only thing that really had any type of effect was the heat, and you know, I don't think at this point now with the weather changing that's going to be a major factor either. I think we're in pretty good shape, and our goals remain the same as they've been here at Mount Carmel for a long, long time.
Okay, we look at the season, and I think one of the things you're going to see probably every week is when you look down the rosters of the teams you're going to play, you're going to see returning lettermen, always a big deal. You return 25 lettermen from a state championship team to open up the season. That's a little bit odd for any team. If we look at the team we play tonight, the Blue Raiders, they bring 7 back that are actual lettermen. I mean, that's a philosophy that you've been following since you got here, and it seems to be paying big dividends as the years go on.
Well, you know, when we letter, you know, we've been fortunate that, you know, our special teams have been a big part the last two years, you know, punt returns and kickoffs and kickoff returns and things of that nature. And, you know, we try to make sure everybody feels part of the program and the team. And that's one of the reasons why we have such a large number. You know, we get these people involved, and with some of the success we've had, we've been able to make sure, you know, some of the younger guys got an opportunity to contribute early, and you know, that has been paying off for us, and we're going to continue to do those things, and you're going to see that here tonight. You know, we probably will have a couple freshmen playing this evening already, and you know, for them to come up and have that opportunity, I think down the line that helps you, and you know, we're not going to change anything like that.
Okay, gang, as is the custom, we have the opposing coach with us tonight, of course, the head coach Pete Radoka of the Tamaqua Blue Raiders. And, Coach, the first thing, obviously, you'll be asked, and yours is a program that comes into tonight, 20 losses. You've had your problems up there. You're there 3 years now. How do you see this opening game now, defending state champions? I'm sure you probably would want to start maybe somewhere else, but how do you see this season unfolding for you this year?
Well, we're going to play a lot of young people tonight. We're starting 4 sophomores. We're going back to square one. We're starting all over with our young kids, mixing in some of the people that have played, which isn't many, because we lost 16 seniors last year, and we're looking to establish a running game, and no matter what happens, we're going to stick to our game plan and just try to establish a running game for tonight and for the rest of the year.
One of the things Coach Williams said, and of course the connection with him being from Tamaqua and all is obvious, but he knows a lot of these kids. He's seen them from 8th and 7th grade up. And we had said, you read in the paper, you know, Tamaqua has a losing team for 2 straight years now. Are the kids beginning to believe they're losers? And he's saying to me, not even a chance. That doesn't really happen in a program. And I'm sure you're going to echo that same sentiment. They don't even think about last year now. Now it's a new year for them.
Right. The thing is, we had to restructure because of a gentleman that was there prior to myself and after Coach Williams, sort of set the program back a couple of years, and it's our job to come back and try to restructure the program to get it back on track. When I took the job, I told the school board that it's going to take 5-6 years down the road to achieve anything that we want or any of our goals, and they're very supportive over it, and our people are understanding that you know, we're regrouping and going at it.
Okay, we read in the paper last night, we have a supper club here. We go over each team that we're going to play pretty in-depth with the coaching staff, and they're telling us that we're going to look at a wishbone offense a lot from you guys this year and a little different defense. Is that because maybe the different athletes, or is that just a change in philosophy on your part?
A little bit of both. Philosophy, we went back to see what was best for us, both offensively and defensively. And with the talent that we have, we felt that a 4-man line was best suited for us in the defensive front. Of course, a lot of people in the Eastern Conference don't run a 4. They're basically with their 52 and 53s. Might cause some confusion, hopefully. because a lot of teams don't go against the 4. Now, us playing a AAA schedule, you know, we're playing the Strasburgs and East Strasburgs and Pleasant Valley, and they're all running 4s at us. And so we felt that maybe preparing for them by running a 4, going against the 4 in practice, we'd also be helping our offense get ready for a 4-man front against us. As far as the wishbone, I felt it was a very good formation to establish a running game, more so power than finesse. Our fullback is 225, a sophomore, and we have 2 little tailbacks in there that get behind him, and hopefully we can go.
What would you say now, if you look at this game straight up tonight, first game, so it's tough to really gauge any team right now. What do you say the keys are for you to walk away with a win tonight?
To walk away with a win tonight, we got to contain Brett Veach from going around the corner, make him run inside, tackle to tackle, slow down his fullback, who's a bruiser. Of course, things that happened, you know, seeing them, their power eye isn't going to be as strong as it was because of the incidents that happened, but we're still prepared for it in case it comes at us. The other thing is passing. Concerns me. I think it's a hidden talent that Mount Carmel has. You know, everybody knows that they didn't throw well in the preseason, but things can change on game night. Everybody steps up a notch.
Yeah, things are definitely different when you start playing. Coach, I appreciate you stopping by, and good luck tonight. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mount Carmel Area Red Tornado Football. I'm Bob Else, along with Warren Altamore and Wayne Brokenshire, bringing you tonight's game from the Silver Bowl in Mount Carmel. The defending state champs, Red Tornadoes, take on the Tamaqua Blue Raiders. That's a great sound to hear, isn't it, Warren?
Defending state champ. Yes, it is. It was a kind of a quick interim between seasons this year, and I guess when you play into mid-December, it comes a little quicker, and that's what you try to do every year. We of course, have gone through some festivities here tonight with the presenting of a plaque, which will hang in the high school wall, proclaiming everybody that was involved with the state championship team last year. Some of the people who were there, some of the players were out on the field. It was a pretty nice affair. We turn your attention to 1995, which will be a little more difficult this year, but we look at the opening game. Big Red takes on the Tamaqua Blue Raiders. If you saw the initial interviews that we did with Coach Williams and Coach Rudoka, of course, kind of 2 programs in opposite directions at the moment, although I think Tamaqua Blue Raiders can see some light finally at the end of that tunnel, and they're coming in with a pretty positive attitude. They're in the midst of a 20-game losing streak, which is a difficult thing for both the coaches and the kids and the fans probably. But they have a nice crowd, you know, and that's a good sign in itself that the fans are there, and we expect a pretty competitive game from them tonight.
And I guess one thing that's really sad is that they lost 14 starters, 14 seniors last year.
16 seniors
16
actually graduated,
seniors and 11 starters returning. So Tamaqua in a real tough situation. On the other hand, Mount Carmel comes in with a strong nucleus of young players. There are seniors on the team, but initially only 3 or 4 seniors starting. So a heavy nucleus of juniors playing and younger players coming down for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, we touched on that also with Coach Williams in the very beginning, and you know, this is a program that is predicated on playing a lot of people, and it's somewhat unheard of to have in a high school program 25 lettermen coming back to a program. Now you got 25 kids who lettered in football from a state championship team returning to open the season the next year. You got to feel good, if nothing else, about having that kind of experience back into the lineup.
Starting off new for the Red Tornadoes, kicking for the Red Tornadoes will be number 25, Elliot DeFrancesco, a sophomore, 5'10", 180 pounds. And he'll take over the kicking and also the extra point and field goal attempts this year. So new face in the Red Tornado lineup here for the kickoffs. We're about ready to start this season, and boy, a lot of great crowd here for the Red Tornadoes. DeFrancesco's kick, it's high, it's going to be taken short on about the 18-yard line. Brought up to the 20, up the middle, tackled on about the 33-yard line, and in on the tackle, getting up off the bottom, number 30, Sean Jamin. There's a brotherly duo there, number 30, Sean Jamin. Sean Jamin in there also with his brother, number 30, Aaron Jamin.
Right. I mean, a lot of names fall through, and that's been the case in Mount Carmel area for the last 50 years. You can always see the same names coming through, just different generations as they come through the lineups.
First down and 10, hard up the middle, In there, Costello on the tackle, also 61 Rowland and 66 Chicatano. Gain of about 2 yards. Setting up the Tornado defense for you. Defensively, a nose guard, Jamie Rowland, number 61. Brian Lepotsky starting at the left tackle. Bill Anderson, number 77, at the right tackle. Number 30, Sean Jamin, is at left end, and number 83, Eric Higgins, at right end. But they will flip-flop back and forth. We'll get to the rest of the defense after 2nd down and 8.
One of the things, Wayne, I think we look at differently this year from this Tamaqua Raider team is the wishbone offense. Something we haven't seen them play in quite some time, if ever, I think, was a wishbone.
Luna, hands off. Nice hit in there by the Red Tornado interior.
And also their defense. You know,
Lepotsky getting up off the pile and rolling.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You know, last year they came out, they showed a 5-man front the whole time. Now all of a sudden, you know, when we started to play them in the first game, they jumped into a 4-4. You know, something different. You know, every time you play them, every time you see them, they're doing something completely different. Although, again, you look at their coaching staff over the last few years, it has changed so many times.
Yeah, I think we see it the first time probably in a long time. There are guys there for 3 years in a row, and that's Coach Rudoka. So
Luna back to pass, looks down and over the head of everybody. 4th down for the Blue Raiders. Good defensive stand by the Red Tornadoes. And real quick, finishing up who was out there on defense, guys. At the linebacker positions, 41 was Costello, 66 Chicatano. Brett Veach at one cornerback, Pete Cheddar at the other. Dave Evans is the strong safety, and Nick Gretzky the safety.
I think one of the worries a Blue Raider team would have, and again, the game's just beginning to unfold, but a wishbone offense is an explosive offense unless you're behind.
Hard
then
with
you're
the
in
punt.
trouble a lot of times.
Taken by Malakowski on about the 25-yard line. Breaks it up the middle, and he's knocked down there at about the 27-yard line. Initial hit made by number 11, Joe Benny. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Well, the thing with the wishbone is that you have to have a large line, and the lineup blows off the ball and kicks the defense back 1 or 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. That's the whole thing about the wishbone, because you're following your fullback, your lead man, up into the hole. Either you're going to hand off to him, you're going to keep it, or you're going to pitch. But you can't have any penetration from the defense at all, or you're hurting.
Vic Karnaski at quarterback for the Red Tornadoes. Flea flicker from Veach back to Karnaski. Looking long to Jamin. He's open at the 40, and a great reception. Great pass from Karnaski to Jamin. 1st down, Red Tornadoes on the 37-yard line.
Quite
great
an opening.
play. Little flea flicker. Handed off to Brett Veach. Veach with the lateral back to Karnaski, and a great pass.
Yeah, that's the way to open the season, I guess, guys. And if you're going to do it with a bang, and we certainly did there.
We'll set up the offense of the Red Tornadoes after this play. Joe Costello at fullback, taking the shoes of Sean Sheptock. Veach with the ball, cuts it up the middle, finds some running room, and gets it to about the 31-yard line. We have flags on the play.
When I briefly spoke with Coach Rudoka before the game, and I asked him, the last question I'd asked him was, what's the keys you think, to walk away with the win tonight? And of course, the first words out of his mouth were, we need to contain Veach around the ends.
Well,
and I think that's a worry that every team's going to face. And I think the second thing he said was, people who saw the scrimmages are going to say, well, we didn't have much of a passing attack. And he's saying to me, I think we have a passing attack. I just don't think you've shown it to anybody yet. So he's a little worried about that. And there you have it right in the beginning.
Evans goes in motion, number 27. Gets the ball around the side.
There he goes.
Picks up about 10 yards. He's still on his feet.
Nice
and
balance.
almost a 1st down at 15 yards. What a great run by Dave
Excellent.
Evans.
I'll tell you what, there's someone last year, if you remember, he came through in a championship game down there to hold off Forrest Hill from that 1-yard line, that stand on the goal line. He made a beautiful hit. Now he's in on offense, and he's showing what he can do offensively, carrying the ball.
Setting up the offense for the Red Tornadoes in the backfield now, Costello, Mike Sinkovich, and Veach. Veach up the middle. Popped it after about a 2-yard gain, but it'll be good enough for a 1st down. Let's set up the offense here, guys. John Feddock, 74, is the center. He's a senior, 5'10", 185. At the left guard, Jamie Rowland, a senior, 5'11", 235. At left tackle, number 68, Brian Lepotsky, 6'5", 265. At the guard position, 77, Bill Anderson, 6'5", 260. And at the other tackle, Mike Boyer, a junior, 6'4", 240. Kornaski back to pass. Looks over in the corner of the end zone at Jamin. Intercepted by Tamaqua. Number 10 on the interception, which was Dave Barron for the Blue Raiders. So it'll be Tamaqua first down and 10 from the 20.
That was a good defensive play by the Tamaqua
Excellent.
player that time. He was in perfect position that time. Never left his receiver, was in front of him, had his hands up, did everything you'd want a defensive back to be doing, and he consequently came up with the interception.
8:01 left in the first period. 0-0 the score. Red Tornado defense back on the field. Luna going out of the wishbone again. This one's a pitch back around the right side. Run down. Nice tackle made by Brett Veach and also followed by Joe Costello. John Boyer, the carrier.
Yeah, Veach had a big part into play in that stop. There was 3 guys coming around the end. He kind of got in front of that first one, went down, and they all went down after him, including the ball carrier. I think if there's a theme defensively again this year, as it was last year, it's going to be very difficult to turn the corner on us. You know, we have too much speed, I believe, on those outside corners that you're going to actually ever get around us clearly.
Too much speed. We have two experienced defensive ends that's going to contain everything to the inside.
Luna pitches back to Barron, out around the left side. Nice tackle in the open field made over there by number 26, Pete Cheddar. Great play by Cheddar from his quarterback spot. He was about the only one left over there. They did a quick out there, a quick lateral, and he was there.
That's the open field tackling you want to see.
Oh,
I mean, he's by himself, and he takes the guy down with ease. So,
3rd down and 5 for the Blue Raiders. Ball resting right now at about the 26-yard line. John Hart in the backfield, right at fullback. Looks like this one's going to him up the middle. Luna fakes it to him. Back to pass. Looks at Hart, gets it for a first down. Tackle made over there by Chicatano and also number 26, Pete Cheddar.
Boy, the way he threw that up there, he sort of just lobbed it. That was close to being picked off.
That'll be real close to a first down. It is first down and 10 for the Blue Raiders from the 31-yard line.
I think we explain to the people that if there's a lull sometimes during the conversations, because mostly I didn't hear anything. I can't hear Wayne hardly at all. He's on the side where I have to keep the earphone on, and my earphones are currently not operational. So
little technical problem.
I'm not catching what everybody's saying up here right now.
Luna goes with the long count, hands off to Hart, and we have flags on the play. This one will be offside against the Red Tornadoes unless a lineman from the Blue Raiders moved. Offside, Red Tornadoes, first down and 5 for the Blue Raiders. The overall record with Tamaqua, we've played 65 games. Mount Carmel has won 47, Tamaqua 18 with no ties. That one just got all banged up in the middle. Hard was the ball carrier, but blocked in there by Jamie Rowland. Looked like he made the initial blast through on the center.
It looks like their 2 halfbacks are going in opposite directions there.
It looks like we won't be adding to that tie total anymore either.
No,
You're
no
right.
more ties. That's
No more
right. That's what
ties,
we have to
so
talk about this year when we got a little
have to
break
worry about
here.
that either.
2nd down and about 6 yards to go for the Blue Raiders. A loss of about 1 yard.
And, you know, you could see their point, though. You know, you don't see it. You have ties during the season. You get all the way down into the playoffs.
Great read that time. Luna took the ball and pitched it out. Nice tackle made over there by Anderson. Chicatano over there and also Joe Costello.
But you have no ties during the season, and then all of a sudden you get down in the district playoffs and semifinals and states and everything else, and now you have a tiebreaker. You have to get down there in the 10-yard line and
Ronnie Davis into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes at linebacker. And
sorry, I'll move back here if you want.
Someone came in for Lepotsky also. Motion man for the Blue Raiders. Luna back to pass. Looks over to the right side, just throws it up, and Dave Evans from Mount Carmel area the closest. So 4th down and 6. Mike Boyer was in there on defense at the tackle play, so they're going to switch him in defense. Lepotsky and Boyer will take the defensive chores tonight. John Hard back to punt for Tamaqua, 5'9", a sophomore, 225 pounds. Kick this time in the direction of Malachowski, gets the ball, fumble on the play, and recovered by Malachowski. Red Tornadoes, 1st down and 10.
Well, defensively, Bob, we're doing the job defensively, although we have the experience there. There were no big loss defensively. You know, we were able to fill with the experience that we picked up over the last 2 years, and especially our defensive backs.
1st down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. No score in this ball game. 4:48 left in the first. Pitch back to Veach. Brings it outside. Carries it for about a 9-yard gain to the 47-yard line.
He's great lateral movement. You know, you think you have him, and he's cutting up sideways up the field and breaking through 2 guys, breaking through a tackle.
Well, Brett carried the ball last year 273 times for 624 yards. Karnaski up the middle of Costello, fumbles the ball, 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes on the 50-yard line. He got his own recovery. And in the opening games, you have some jitters.
Well, I'll tell you what, your game experience now a little bit different than scrimmages and practices.
Right.
Your adrenaline's flowing. You get the ball a little bit on the hip, whatever. And I don't even, you know what, Joe was probably surprised when he went through that hole. That was a big hole. There was nobody in front of him.
Karnaski.
Nice.
Up the middle to Evans. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes on the 37-yard line.
Nice trap on the inside to blow a hole open there.
Malachowski in motion for the Red Tornadoes. Pitch back to Veach, out around the right side, cuts it back up the middle. Nice hit made in there by one of the Blue Raiders. Looks like number 50 in on the tackle, Brian McHale. 2nd down and 8 for the Red Tornadoes.
That was a beautiful by Brian McHale, head-on hit. But, you know, Brett didn't stop. He was hit on the line of scrimmage, and he kept his feet going. He picked up 2 yards on that play.
Dave Evans back into the lineup at the slot for the Red Tornadoes. He comes in motion to the left side. Karnaski up, Costello up the middle.
Nice.
Gain of about 6 or 7 yards, close to a 1st down. They'll be about 1 yard short. Mount Carmel will be faced with a 3rd down and about 1.
Tell you what, there's two quick dives. Joey Costello's shown the quick burst of speed that he does have to get through that hole rather quickly.
Veach comes around the left side, down to about the 11-yard line. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes. .156 left in the first. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Evans back into the lineup at the slot. Inside handoff to Evans, one man to beat. He's at the 9, down to about the 5-yard line, 4-yard line.
Nice.
First down and 10. No, second down, Red Tornadoes.
On about the 5-yard line. And again, that great second effort, hit on the 7-yard line and looking for that extra yardage.
Second down and about 4 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Kanaski sets the Red Tornadoes. Sinkovic hands off to Veach, finds a nice hole, touchdown. Red Tornadoes. Boy, what a great play by Brad Veach right there to put one in.
You have to give it, Bob, you have to give it to the right side of the line there. They really opened up a hole on the offense. Billy Anderson
and Mike Boyer.
Mike Boyer on the right-hand side. Excellent job.
Tornadoes set up in the usual extra point. Elliot DeFrancesco in to attempt the extra point. Nick Gretzky, the holder, snaps back, kicks up, and it's good.
Nice kick.
With 45 seconds left in the first, Red Tornadoes 7, Tamaqua Blue Raiders nothing. Kicking off now for the Red Tornadoes, 25, Elliot DeFrancesco. Good boot, going to be taken about the 15-yard line. And run down over there by number 29, Dan Malakowski. Trying to find number 7. First down and 10 for Tamaqua. There he is. Nick, go ahead.
Heffelfinger.
Thank you. First down and 10 for the Blue Raiders. You see what they did? They put number 7 down the bottom of the list. I couldn't find him anywhere.
7 and 85.
Right.
He has 2 jerseys.
Luna, hands off up the middle. Gain of about maybe 4 yards for the Blue Raiders. Number 20, John Boyer, the ball carrier. Chicatano and Joe Costello in there on the tackle.
This is an offense that, as I said in the beginning, you could turn into trouble because you're kind of set with what you're going to do with it. You don't have a lot of pass plays. It doesn't give you a lot of options
out of the boat
as far as passing
right.
it. So you're going to be a run-oriented team, and if you're being stuffed on the run and you're already behind, you don't have the mechanism to try to catch up like a more of a pro offense that we're running out there would probably afford you. And I think the way he explained it in the pregame interview, he felt that attacking the 4-4 defenses that they would be seeing throughout the year, not necessarily our defense, but the 4-4s that were prevalent in those Class 3A schools at Stroudsburg and all played. He felt that it was the kind of offense they could probably make a go of it. Plus, he was also looking at the kind of athletes they had, and they seem to be more suited to a wishbone. But I'm not too sure the wishbone may be the best offense tonight, particularly the way it looks anyway.
Well, that's what I was telling Bob before, that you want your offensive line to blow the defense off the ball. You have to drive them back, explode and drive them back at least 2 yards off the ball for wishbone to work, because you're working the quarterback's coming straight down the line. And the defense can't push your line back into you, or you're working deeper into the backfield. You have to work down the backside of your lineman, so your dive play is either going to work or your pitch is going to work, one or the other. Or it's a boot. You're going to keep it yourself.
In at nose guard for the Red Tornadoes, 54, Jeff Evans. He gives Roland a little break there. Boyer at the left tackle, Bill Anderson at the right tackle. Higgins and Jamin are still the defensive ends. Try it up the middle. Hard with the ball, but Bill Anderson with a big hit.
The wild one said hello at the line there. You almost thought that they knew what play was coming that time. The way they were shuffling at the last second, looked like they were going to aim at that play.
You're right. It looked that way because Joey Chicatano there tapped Jeff Evans on the right hip. You know, I'm going this way. I'm going to the right.
3rd down and about 8 yards to go. 11:24 left in the first half. Luna back to pass. Little crossing pattern.
Twice.
Tipped nicely by Joe Costello. Great job by Costello.
Yeah, Castman got up in the air that time pretty well.
Somebody else in the line, too, got their hands up in the air.
Was it? I missed that.
But Cast hit the ball. I mean, he had a good job there.
Malachowski and Beach deep for the Red Tornadoes. John Hard punting for Tamaqua. And looks like John Hard's going to get his practice tonight at his punting. Snaps back, high snap over his head. Hard after the ball. Here comes the Red Tornadoes. 42 picks it up. Mike Stevenson. Well, let's get the right Sinkovich. Mike Sinkovich.
That's Mike
for the
Sinkovich
touchdown.
in for the touchdown. All right. My goodness.
Well,
a freshman scores in the opening game of the season. My goodness. You can't write a better story than that if you tried.
Extra point, Elliott. DeFrancesco on with Gretzky, the holder. Snaps back, kicks up, and it's good. 11:10 left in the first half. The score, Mount Carmel area 14, Tamaqua Blue Raiders 0.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think the punter wanted anything to do with that ball. He saw 5 red shirts coming down.
They were coming hard.
They were,
I think the
right.
disappointing thing you're going to see from our point of view is if we score again in the first half, you'll probably see the offense kind of close its doors for the rest of the night.
Right.
You're not going to see a lot of exciting plays. I don't think. I'm sure he's going to want to keep them for a time when he absolutely needs them. I think you're seeing the difference in these two teams. First off, is speed. Much quicker team than the Blue Raiders seem to be tonight, and I think size is also playing a factor on the line. We're much bigger across the entire length and breadth of the line, and it's beginning to show. I think for the Raiders, they seem to be tiring a little bit here as you get with 11 minutes in the second quarter.
DeFrancesco in again to attempt the kickoff. Nice high kick. This one's going to be taken. Bounces on about the 11-yard line. Picked up, and he's down on his knees on the 9 with Matt Montgomery all over him anyway. Nice run in there by 21, Matt Montgomery.
Was that Heffelfinger?
Yes, that was him.
Heffel,
whatever.
Heffelfinger.
I was looking for Heffelfinger again up in the high numbers, and I couldn't find him. I'm having a rough time with that name. First down and 10 for the Blue Raiders, and boy, they don't want a first down where they have it right now. They're on their 9-yard line, 10:58 left in the first half, 14-0, Big Red in the lead. Luna pitches back. Out around the right side, Chicatano in chase.
Flag on the play.
And Chicatano got him, but someone else also in there on the tackle.
The flag went down really early. I believe it's going to be an offensive penalty. It went down just as the play was beginning.
I think it was actually 45 also in there, Ryan McGee.
How's that? My first call, and I called it right, huh? I'm
Yes,
on a
you
roll.
did.
It's begun. The streak begun.
Uh-oh.
We know that.
That was a 5-yard penalty against the Blue Raiders. I sort of missed that one. We were being...
It was an illegal shift.
Okay. First down and 15. Steve Schickram in the lone setback for the Blue Raiders. Oh, big rush in there from number 41, Costello. Schickram brings it around the right side, and in there on the tackle, Bill Anderson, Pete Cheddar. Joe Chicatano also getting up out there, and Ryan McGee. Good gang tackling that time by the Red Tornadoes.
I'll tell you what, that was just a great play. Just to watch Joey Costello miss the handoff by about 2 seconds or about a second, but it was just great to watch him set that up from the left-hand side, coming over to through their left guard center. It was really good.
Second down and 12 for the Blue Raiders. Pitch back to Boyer. Good hit in there made by Costello and Chicatano.
Chicatano's having a big first half here. He seems to be all over the field right now. He's looking really good.
58, Ron Davis in the lineup. I think he took a helmet from Costello that
right
time
on the hip.
Right.
I saw him holding his hip as soon as he went down. He's holding it as he comes out now.
Well, if you watch Costello and Joey Chicatano, they're watching the way the play's going. If it's going away from them, they're picking where the guard is pulling and going right through the gap for the ball.
Luna on third down and 11. Back to pass. Looks over the middle. Nice play made by Costello. He just stayed with Shikram all the way, and Luna wasn't going to get the ball there. So fourth down, and fourth down now can be an exciting play for the Red Tornadoes, having them this deep in the end zone.
See, the problem with that pass play is it was twofold. One, you're deep in your own territory, but two, because of the offensive formation, there's two people in a pass pattern only. Right. You got two choices, and that's it. One was short, one was a little bit deeper, and that was all he had to choose from. And that's kind of limiting when you're under a lot of pressure.
Snaps back to Hard. Gets it off this time, but it's off the side of his foot. Hits on about the 35 and will be downed on about the 38-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
A little pressure in there by 32, Rusty Lashinsky on the punter.
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. 8:21 left in the first half. Kornatsky, back to pass. Oh, shovel pass. Its ball's loose on the ground, and this will be a incompleted pass, I think. That's not a lateral. That is a pass.
Oh, they're calling it a lateral right now.
That was a pass. That was not a lateral.
It went forward.
It was a forward pass.
That wasn't even close.
That was a forward pass. It's called a shovel pass, and it is a forward pass.
Now they're talking about it now. I think they're a little confused about what exactly went on there.
That's right.
Right. Well, the referee got that one.
Hey, it's their first game too, guys.
I'll tell you what, that's a play that is going to work. They were wide open, a little bit of timing, a little bit of work on that play. Boy, that's going to look good.
8:08 left in the first half. Kornatsky pitches back to Veach. Going to bring it out around the right side. Finds some nice blocking down to about the, looks like about the 28-yard line. Will be real close to a first down.
Running over, he waited just long enough for Billy Anderson to cross right through his path, and he cut right behind him. Billy Anderson shielded the defensive end, and Brett cut up behind him.
Well, if you're going to run behind somebody, Anderson's the guy I'm going to pick. I'm going to tell you that right now. He was at Supper Club last night, and believe me, he blocked out a wall when he went by me. So he's the guy I would pick.
Third down and 1. Costello and Veach in the backfield. Evans goes in motion from the slot. Nice handoff to Costello. Good run by Joe down to about the 21-yard line. Kornatsky hands off to Veach, up the middle. Nice move by Veach, a little sidestep. Good blocking in there by the Red Tornadoes. First, close to a first down. Looks like he'll be short by about 2 yards. Hand off to Veach, going to try it up the middle again. Boy, I tell you what, he sidestepped 3 tacklers as they had him.
Yeah, he's so smooth. It's unbelievable. You think he's going to get nailed, and he's away from them.
I'll tell you what, there's Fedok, first time, starting off center. Jamie Rowland, Billy Anderson in the center there. They're just moving people off the line 2, 3, 4 yards back and containing them.
First down and goal to go from about the 6. Flags on the play. This one's an offside called against the Red Tornadoes. That must have been somebody lined up offsides, Wayne.
Well, let's see what we got.
I didn't see anybody move.
Well, you have to snap the ball to be offside,
I did too.
right? We just snapped the ball and he called a penalty.
Unless it was Dave, although that would be.
He came in the backfield.
Someone may have rocked back and forth though too, and you didn't see.
Yeah, but maybe
it.
Maybe he wasn't down in position long enough because it seemed like he just went out there and went into motion.
First down and goal to go from the 13-yard line. Kanaski up the middle to Costello. Hit in there by number 20, John Boyer.
Castman's back to his old tricks again. It takes 6 guys to put him on the ground
right.
once again. I mean, this never goes down with 4 or 5. You have to have that 6th one to put him down.
Sinkovich and Montgomery into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes. Hand off to Veach. Going to take it out around. He's got the speed to get there. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Nice run by Veach that time. He just put the afterburners on. There wasn't much he needed there other than to just let him go.
You know, that kid had an angle and everything there at the goal line, and he still couldn't keep him out. That's pretty amazing.
Extra point team in for the Red Tornadoes. DeFrancesco, the kicker, and Nick Gretzky, the holder. Snaps back, kicks up, and it's good. With 5:06 remaining in the first half, the score, the Red Tornadoes 21, the Blue Raiders 0. Things going along in this game just about how everybody had anticipated, Warren.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't like to say that, but obviously if you were going to pick a team, you had to pick Big Red to be an overwhelming favorite the way it looked coming into the game, just by size and speed alone. I think, again, and I'll say it, I think Tamaqua is going to be seriously hamstrung trying to run that wishbone offense and catch up and be in the ball game right now. I don't think that's a big concern of Coach Rudoka's right now. I think he's more concerned with building a little bit in this game, getting some experience to almost an entire underclass team here. So I think he's going to get a lot he's looking for here. I don't think that catching up and scoring in 4 touchdowns and beating us is exactly what he had in mind anyway. I think he's going to be pretty happy to see if they play a competitive game right now.
Kickoff going to be taken by Corey Fritz on about the 11-yard line. Brings it right up the middle, and he's popped in there. Hit made by 25, Elliot DeFrancesco, and 27 on the bottom, Dave Evans, but we do have a flag on the play. Face mask called against the Red Tornadoes.
Am I out? No, there we are. They're trying to run against an experienced line and defensive backs. We're coming in with a lot of experience. It's not like these boys didn't play. They played all season long through this with that state championship team. They were in and out, and they got a lot of playing time.
Sure.
So it's not like they're running against a young line. They might be a young line. They might be underclassmen, but they got the experience.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Absolutely.
Hand off to Boyer. Nice tackle made by Mike Boyer. Boyer tackles Boyer. Boyer of the Tornadoes tackles Boyer of the Blue Raiders. Good stop made by Mike Boyer. Second down and 8.
I think another important thing that you're going to see, factor I think you'll see through the year is you got to realize that for most of the teams we'll see this year, we played 5 extra games last year.
That's right.
Right.
So, you know, that's fine. That's a half a season extra to get some experience and to learn what you're doing and to get the, you know, the feel of the game. So that comes in handy when you play a couple of games, you know, more than the other team all the time at the end of the year.
2nd down and 9 for the Blue Raiders.
That's right.
Luna's going to pass. Oh, Dave Evans came in, almost intercepted there, but we're going to have motion called against the Blue Raiders.
Yeah,
And there were two men in motion,
Two men
right?
in motion, the fullback and the halfback.
Which is called an illegal shift.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we might decline that with a 2nd and 9, make it 3rd and 9, force them into a passing situation again.
Legal shift declined.
Oh, am I on a roll or what, huh? This could bode for a big season for me, guys. This could be big.
3rd down and 9 for the Blue Raiders.
Could also be an omen that my headset's been turned off since the beginning of the game, too. I'm not sure. Are they trying to tell me something or what here?
Timeout call by Tamaqua. .352 left in the first half. Interesting meeting at the supper club last night, Warren. 40, what do we have, 46 people?
No, I think we had, well, altogether, yeah, we had 38 dues paying, or 39 dues paying members that came, and that was, I think, our biggest since we began the supper club in one night, except for, I guess it was last year when we had the championship under our belt. But yeah, we really had a fabulous time. We had 5 young men there, 2 cheerleaders. The supper club is proud to announce that we have picked up the cheerleaders. We're sponsoring them for a meal. Not the way it sounded, you animals. We're sponsoring them for a meal. They come. We bring 2 cheerleaders each home game, and they come down and break bread with us, get to meet everybody that belongs to the supper club and interact with us. And we think it's going to work out really well. The supper club, of course, meets every Thursday night at 6:30 in the back room of Matucci's. Dues are $5. If you're going to eat, it's an additional $6 for the meal. And again, I will dare any one of you to go out and find a meal that you're going to get, like you're going to get in Matucci's for $6. It's not going to happen.
And
it's
meet
fantastic.
the team.
Nick, of course, is continually trying to outdo himself for some reason or another with the meal, but I'm not going to complain. So if you got the time, you might want to come down and have dinner with us on a Thursday night.
Luna back to pass. Big rush. Over the head, and a big rush in there by number 66, Joe Chicatano. Mike and Steve Sinkovich into the lineup. Also Ron Davis into the Red Tornado lineup.
That time you saw a little different, I think, formation passing-wise, where there were actually 4 receivers that were available to throw a pass to.
Oh, we're in a punting situation. I thought he was going to a lighter line. I said, wow, did he put a light line in there? Snaps back to Hard. Kicks away in the direction of Malikoski. Going to take it on the 24-yard line. Looks for a little running room up to about the 32-yard line. But a nice rush by Tamaqua. Tamaqua has been getting down very nicely on the extra point on the punt teams, right?
Well, the punts are rather short. They're low. They're closer to the ground, and it's not giving us much time.
Makes it a lot easier to get there, right?
Yes, it's not giving us much time to set up any type of blocking scheme.
1st down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. 3:28 left on the clock in the first half. Evans goes into motion. Kanaski back to pass. Looks over the middle. Hits Jamin. Beautiful reception, and what a nice pass. He got the ball in there right on time. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
And that was exactly the way you diagram it. That was perfect. And Jamin did a nice job because he took a good hit there as he was catching the ball, and he held on and looked really good on that play.
Yeah, nice hook. You know, he went down, came back, you know, a couple, 1 or 2 yards. Enough to get the defender off him and get in an open position.
2:51 as the clock runs down in the first half. 1st down and 10, Tornadoes from the 43-yard line. Veach goes in motion. We're going to have flags on the play. Motion in the Mount Carmel area line.
Well, I'd like to welcome the graduating class of 1970 back this weekend for their 25th anniversary coming back.
1970. I don't know anybody old enough for that.
70.
Who could that be?
Jeez. Swade?
Could that be Swade's graduating
Ooh,
class?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness. In my mathematics, that puts her at 62 then, right?
First down and 15. Evans in motion. Karnaski back to pass. Straight drop back. Looking long. Here he's got Evans.
He's got him.
Oh, just over the reaches at about the 28-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
He had him. Boy,
But
I'll
he
tell
did
you
on
what.
cork one there.
I'll tell you what. He may not have completed it, but he's going to have everybody thinking about it.
You're
That's for
not
sure.
kidding.
Oh,
He can-
what a cannon for an arm there.
He can put him there, and I'll tell you what, Dave Evans just showed you what kind of speed he has to get down the sideline.
Yeah, you may see that. You may see that play pop by again before the night's over. That was pretty the way that one unfolded.
2:17 left on the clock. Karnaski back to pass again. Looks to the right side. This time he has Veach.
Look
got
at that.
This one's going to be a
Wonderful.
touchdown. What a great throw. What a great reception. Touchdown, Red Tornado.
Did I say we were going to see that pass
Wow.
by
Boy,
again?
I'll tell you what.
My goodness.
What a great throw from Karnaski. The first, he's starting here as a junior for the
That
first
you're-
time. And boy,
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, we've seen a couple great throws out of that arm.
I mean, right on the money. Brett did not break stride to catch that over his shoulder.
Yeah, that was a perfect pass. Well, you know what I noticed last night? You know, of course, it's well known. Soon I'll tell you the story as soon as we're done the kick here.
DeFrancesco to attempt the extra point. It's up, and it's good. I mean, he's kicking through an upright that's probably only 2 feet wide. Every one of his kicks have gone
Yeah.
right through the middle.
We all pretty much are aware, of course, that you know, Brett has Poochie's ankles, and that's been a big help to him over the past couple of years. But one of the things I noticed last night, I was with Vic's dad, Vic, and of course I think young Vic has old Vic's thumbs. I was looking very carefully at him, and I think they're his thumbs, and that may be playing an important part in this game tonight, folks. We're going to watch that carefully throughout the season. See, you guys don't ever notice those little things, you know?
No.
Hey, I got to pick up that little stuff, you know?
That's
I'm
why
digging
we-
around looking for that angle all the time.
That's why we keep you around.
That's about the only reason you're keeping me around.
2:07 left in the first half. I'll tell you what, there's still time here for Mount Carmel area to put another one up if they can get the ball back.
Let's be a little merciful here now, okay?
Well, it was nice seeing him try a 2-minute offense there that took 13 seconds. DeFrancesco with the kick. Taking on about the 19-yard line. Big hit in there.
Ooh. That's
Malakowski?
Sinkovic, 47.
47.
Oh, 47. Mike.
Mike
Is that Michael?
Sinkovic in on the tackle. Great hit. He just put his
No,
helmet.
that was Steve.
Steve
47
put his
is
helmet right in the
Steve.
numbers. See,
How
I'm
many times
listening
do
to you guys
you
instead
think
of
we'll
looking.
confuse the Sinkovic in the
I
next
don't
4
think we're
years?
gonna
About
confuse it. We'll get it here.
650,000, you think, before we get it straightened out?
Evans at nose guard. You got Jonathan Elsa at right tackle.
He's a right tackle, okay.
56 Gary Dunn's at left tackle. We just got to get everybody that's in there.
Rusty Lashinsky's
Rusty Lashinsky's in there. Ryan McGee in here. 81 Mike Zavarik's in here. 21 Matt Montgomery. 29 Danny Malakowski. Luna back to pass. Big rush on by John.
Oh. Oh.
Intercepted.
He got it.
Good play made by Malakowski. He brings it around the right side. Still on his feet. Going to cut back here.
excellent.
Now, that was good heads-up defensive play by the backfield, but the play was made in the offensive backfield by Else.
Yeah, it
Great
was.
pressure that time on the quarterback, and I'm going to tell you what, if you're the quarterback and he's, let's see, 5'8", 158 pounds, and you see the big man coming through, you're going to get a little bit flustered, okay? And I think that's what we had happen there. But great pass rush by Else that time, which was the beginning of the end for the Raiders on that play. And again, good heads-up football in the backfield, and probably our strength, really our real strength in the defensive side of the ball is the backfield this year. Everybody's back. I mean, you got all veterans playing back there, so it's going to be fairly tough to pass on us at the best of times.
First down and 10. 1:30 left in the first half. Gretzky at the quarterback spot, hands off to Veach, gain of about 5 yards.
And I'm guessing here, guys, that I think we're going to see a lot of grinding it out here to get this last minute and 10 seconds off the clock before the half.
You talked about the second half, the same thing. I think a grind out second half.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a lot of offense from this point forward. Tamaqua has not threatened the whole game. I don't believe they have maybe 3 first downs probably in the first half. So
42, Mike Sinkovich back into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes. He'll go at the fullback spot with Veach at the tail. This one's to Sinkovich. He takes the ball. He's got it. He's out in the open, and nice tackle made there, but a great run by Sinkovich, but a good tackle made by number 23 from Tamaqua. So Mount Carmel with a first down and 10.
And you see a Sinkovich, a freshman, carry the ball, and we all remember his brother,
Joe.
one of truly the greatest ball carriers you're going to ever see. When he played the game here at Mount Carmel, you're seeing another building block, another tradition being laid here in the game with another guy with a Sinkovich last name running the ball.
Hand off to Sinkovich, off the left side, still with the ball, gain of 5 yards.
You know, it's uncanny. You look at him and you compare him with Joe, and we're looking at the same build, you know, the same kind of running motion almost. Okay, gang, we're here with our usual halftime stats, and they're pretty much going to tell the tale of how the game has gone in the first half for both teams. In the rushing department, Mount Carmel area rushed the ball 19 times for 139 yards. They passed 3 of 6 for 108 yards. Individually, Veach rushed the ball 10 times for 72 yards. Evans 3 for 35 yards. Costello 4 for 21 yards. And Mike Sinkovich 2 for 11 yards. In the reception department, we have Jamin there for 2 yards, 2 receptions for 46 yards. Veach 1 reception for 62 yards, and of course that went for the touchdown. Tamaqua, on the other hand, in the rushing department, they rushed the ball 12 times for a total of only 3 yards. They passed 1 of 8 for a total of 6 yards. In the first down department, of course, that's also reflective of what we just saw here. In the first downs, Mount Carmel had 11, Tamaqua had 1. Individually in the TD department, Veach had 3 TDs. He rushed for 1 for 5 yards. He rushed 1 for 8 yards. And a passing one, of course, a 62-yard long bomb, which he caught and ran for the touchdown. The other touchdown was accounted for by Mike Sinkovich, of course, recovering a 10-yard fumble on the fumbled snap to the kicker. Took it in for the touchdown, and that pretty much tells you where the scoring is. Again, Tamaqua generating almost no offense whatsoever at this time. Mount Carmel area having their way on offense, and that probably doesn't bode well for a big second half for the Blue Raiders, but we'll wait and see what unfolds.
Back to start the second half here. Tamaqua will kick off to the Red Tornadoes. Kicking off for Tamaqua, number 44, John Hard, and he takes all the kicking duties, guys. He has both the kickoff and the punts. And I imagine he probably kicks the extra points, too, Wayne.
Well, that usually goes in the territory, you know.
Deep for the Red Tornadoes, we have Dave Evans, number 27, 22, Brett Veach, and 29, Dan Malachowski. Hard with the squibber in the direction of Malachowski. Picks it up on the 25-yard line. Now going to bring it around the far side of the field. Finds an opening up the middle and up to about the 36-yard line. Tackle made in there by number 7 for Tamaqua, which is Nick Heffelfinger.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We think.
Joey Costello and Eric Higgins hit 2 guys over there and drove the 2 of them shoulder to shoulder at least 5 yards into the air.
Oh, yeah.
Karnaski in at quarterback. Back to pass. Looking at Higgins over at about the 50-yard line. Nice catch made on the 40. No, knocked out of his hands by number 23 on the defensive play for Tamaqua, Corey Fritz. Good play by number 23 that time.
Yeah, he was right there as the ball got there and jarred it loose.
But I'll tell you what, at this point, every pass that Vic has thrown, it was right there. I mean, you have to admit it's a little hard at this point stepping in, you know, as a junior, never playing a varsity game at quarterback spot, and he's throwing the ball on target.
2nd down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. Karnaski back again, looking at Higgins this time. Same pattern, catches it on about the 44. 1st down, Red Tornadoes on about the 47-yard line. (28-0), Red Tornadoes in the lead. We're into the 1st minute of the 2nd half. Karnaski now looks to the other side at Evans. Nice 5-yard gain and just picking them apart right now. Nice tackle made by Dave Barron, but another completion, Karnaski to Evans.
I think we're testing a couple of things here, and we're looking at the passing offense a little bit to see what it looks like. I doubt you're going to see a lot of these same players playing in the very near future on the field. Everyone's trying to get in and out. And again, it's hard to say these players because everyone plays in so many different situations. It could be a close game and there's a whole different set of faces, but you'll see a lot of people in and out of the game the way it goes now.
Draw play. Read nicely by Tamaqua that time. Number 74 in on the tackle for Tamaqua, which is Jamie Turner. Turner's about the biggest player on the Tamaqua team. He comes in there at about 5'11", 235, so they aren't real big.
But you know, the good thing about it, last night Coach had talked about this, there was 43 players on the team last year, and they averaged 37 different players on the field during a game. So different games, different players would get in, and they all got their quarters.
Karnaski on the rollout this time. Looking over the middle, hit, just a little off the fingertips of Evans. 4th down and 9. Red Tornadoes in punt formation. That'll put Costello back to do the punting. Snaps back. Nice spiraling kick. Fair catch called for by Boyer on about the 90. Fumbles. Recovered in there by the Red Tornadoes. 1st down and 10 from the 8-yard line. See who gets up with the ball there for the Red Tornadoes. Looks like
83.
Number 83,
yeah,
Eric
looks
Higgins.
like 83 came up with the Higgins.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Higgins and Malikoski were both down there, and good job by the Red Tornadoes.
I'll tell you what, excellent punt. That has to be. If you can kick a ball like that consistently, that is the hardest ball to catch as a receiver. There's no two ways about it. A squibber, something that's going end over end, is easy to catch because you got some handles on it, but one that goes right through the hands like that.
1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Karnaski hands off to Veach, out around the left side, finds some running room, down near the goal line and down to about the 1-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Red Tornadoes. First down and goal to go. Well, they're measuring right now, Warren. What is it, 1st down?
1st down. Almost.
We broke your streak there, didn't we?
I wasn't prepared for that question. I'm going to stun him.
I know, I did it on you. About
I was having trouble
here. So we're going to have a 2nd down and about a ½ inch to go for the Red Tornadoes.
I want another chance.
Is that your mulligan?
Huh?
What is that your mulligan? We'll give you that one.
Get
Okay,
a mulligan on that one. Okay. I'll claim a mulligan. That's a good one.
Costello up the middle, touchdown. Red Tornadoes as the big fullback goes right up the middle.
Carrying about 2 or 3 guys on his back, too.
DeFrancesco in to attempt the extra point. Snaps back, kicks up, and it's good. I don't know if it was tipped or what happened on that play, but another good one. That's 5 in a row for DeFrancesco.
It came up kind of funny, but what do you care? It went over the
bar.
The bar, that's all that counts.
8:48 left in the third quarter. Mount Carmel area 35, Tamaqua 0. DeFrancesco ready to kick off for the Red Tornadoes. A lot of speed on this kickoff team for the Red Tornadoes. Nice kick by DeFrancesco. Taken on about the 11-yard line. Here comes Montgomery, just missed him, and he goes into the pile there in the middle. Getting up off the pile, number 47, Sinkovich. Also number 83, Higgins. And Chicatano, Joe Chicatano also in there. .8:24 left in the third. First down and 10, Blue Raiders from about the 31-yard line. New quarterback in for the, oh no, it's Mike Luna. Luna's still in. I looked like 7 was going to take over the snaps, but Luna's back to pass. Nice reception out in the flat, covered out there by number 27, Dave Evans. Close to a first down for Tamaqua. Handoff around the right side. Nice stop made over there by Dave Evans. Around the end was Boyer running the ball. Second down and about 6 yards to go for Tamaqua.
It's like living in a cone of silence here, guys. I'll tell you what. I can't hear a thing you guys are saying here.
We sort of like it that way.
I'm afraid to talk because I don't know if you're talking.
I'm not sure if they maybe worked at trying to shut you up, and I think they might have done a good job of it for this game. So maybe they'll give you a set that works next week. Second down and about 6 yards to go. 7:29 left in the third quarter. Tamaqua in the wishbone formation. Hand off the right side to number 20, John Boyer. On the bottom of the pile, getting up there, Joe Costello. Also,
Chicatano.
Like Joe Chicatano, yep. Right. And Roland also in there from his nose position. Third down and 4 yards to go for the Blue Raiders. Luna is going to roll to his right. Big rush from Higgins, but gets the ball off. A nice pass play to number 20, which was John Boyer. Tackle made by Chetterin in there. It'll be close to a first down, but I think it'll be short by about 3 or 4 inches.
I'm not gonna touch this one, guys. I'll let it be. I think I could take time though to tell you that you are watching WKMC TV. WKMC TV broadcast over the microwave signal WLX267. We are an instructional fixed television service. We broadcast right from the campus at Mount Carmel Area High School, and you are catching us on channel 13 of the Service Electric Cable System.
4th down and inches. Raiders going for it. Try to John Hart.
No,
He's not going to make it. He's
They did
not
not
going to
get
make
it.
His knee touched before. Now, he did
They're
fall
giving him the
forward,
spot.
and they might give him the spot. But initially, he did not make the first down.
Where the spot is now, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, his knee touched on the white line, and when
Yes,
your knee
it did.
touches, you're down. First down and 10, Tamaqua. I guess we can't complain too much at a 35-0 score, though.
I think we could be in trouble if we started griping here, guys. We'll save our major griping for those big games when we do our best.
5:31 left in the 3rd quarter. Luna back to pass, gonna roll to his right. Good rush that time.
Nice.
Play made
Oh,
by Costello.
excellent.
Picked off by Veach. This one's gonna go for a touchdown, but we have a flag in the back of the field at Tamaqua, and this one's gonna come back.
I think you're looking at roughing the passer,
Yes.
to tell you the truth. I think that's what they're going to call.
I'll tell you what, Joey
I think the
Costello.
interception counts, though. We have a defensive hold against the Red Tornadoes.
No, it can't.
Is it?
So
Is that
it
what they're
can't
calling?
count, so it's gonna happen before the pass is what they're gonna call on that one.
I'll tell you what,
Who
Joey
was being held,
Costello
you think?
laid out.
Oh, yeah?
He laid out flat for that ball and just got his fingertips on it.
Oh, now they're calling it a personal
I-
foul.
it couldn't be
so a
holding.
personal foul could happen after.
They're calling roughing the passer.
Right.
That's exactly where the flag fell. I knew it had to be that. Because it fell too late to be anything else. You know what I mean?
Personal foul against the Red Tornadoes.
Okay, guys. I still have it. Got to give me some credit here.
Linesman now trying to move the yardsticks on the far side of the field. That's what's the delay in the play right here. Well, Tamaqua gets new life on this series as the interception's called back on a personal foul call. Luna pitches back. Oh, big rush in there
Nice.
by number 40 for the Red Tornadoes, which is Damian Ziegler.
Good play that time by Ziegler. He was off the line really quick. Got in there and screwed up the whole play really quick.
Second down and about 12 yards to go. 4:33 left in the 3rd quarter. Luna back to pass. Holding on
Another
home.
flag.
Big rush again. And again, Costello in on the tackle, but there was holding in the line. I saw somebody breaking through. I think it was Chicatano, and he just
Yeah.
got tackled.
Yeah, somebody reached out and grabbed him.
So this will be a holding call against the Blue Raiders.
It always amazes me, and I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it continually amazes me how a quarterback. I mean, you got Luna here. He's listed at 5'8", but he doesn't look that big. I don't
No,
know
he
if
doesn't.
he's 5'8" or not. To tell you
Right.
the truth, but it seems such a difficult thing to do to pass when you're that short. You know, with everybody coming at you like that.
Third down and 22 yards to go. Luna on the quick pass, only good for about 8 yards. So this will be 4th down and still long for the Blue Raiders. Nice tackle made by Brett Veach that time. I was trying to pick up his number. Fourth down and 16. Tamaqua does go in punt formation with John Hard back. He's not as deep as he was before. Mount Carmel area looking for the fake, but Hard's going to kick it away. Short kick and goes out of bounds. Looks like about the 14-yard line.
That's a good kick. That's exactly what he wanted to do. He was angling out
Oh,
of
yeah.
bounds, trying to pin him back as far as he can. So he did exactly what he was called upon to do on that situation.
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes deep in their own territory. 35-0, they're in the lead with 3:43 left in the third quarter. Jamin split far right for the Red Tornadoes. Handoff up the middle to Costello, and he just bowls over number 21, Steve
11.
Schickram. And boy,
11.
or 11, was that
Yeah.
11? The Joe Benny. Boy, he just bowled him over.
Hello.
My goodness. He's got to be a nightmare when he bursts through the line and you're a defensive back. You've got to have a second thought there for a minute.
Number 8, Nick Gretzky, in at quarterback for the Red Tornadoes right now. They're giving Gretzky a series here with the first offense that was in there since the beginning of the game. Pitch back to Veach. Going to bring it around the right side. Finds a hole up the middle, breaks it, takes it to the left side, and is run out of bounds on about the 41-yard line by Dave Barron, but good again for a Red Tornado first down after about a 21-yard pickup.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's on coach's part, that's probably an excellent move, because you want Nick in there in case something would happen to Vic Kornatsky. He gets injured or whatever, or he has to move to play a linebacker spot for a couple series to give him, because you need him defensively. There's Nick with experience now with the first team.
First down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. Malachowski, the ball carrier, up the middle, gain of about 6 yards. So it'll be second down and about 4 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Line up in there for the Red Tornadoes. Yet at line you have number 76, Mike Boyer, over there at right tackle. Anderson at the guard, Fedock at center, Rowland at the guard, and Lepotsky at tackle. Big run by Costello. Gain of about 11 or 12 yards. First down and 10 Red Tornadoes. Boy, he just blew right up the middle.
I'll tell you what, there's Joe Costello, fullback. Most teams look at their fullback for maybe, the bread and butter, pick up your 2 yards, 4 yards. Here's, Joey Costello at this point is probably averaging about 7-8 yards a carry. He's got so much speed going through the hole, and then at the end he has the strength to carry for that extra yardage.
Well, he's a true weapon.
He is.
Both offensively and defensively. He can scare another team just on his own.
Inside to Veach. Finds some running room, does that little dance, and gets down to about the 24-yard line. Another first down for the Red Tornadoes. Right now, the Big Reds just grinding it out, guys.
The Raiders have to be. You're suffering two things. You're down 35-0, so there's not a big chance you're going to come back in the game. Secondly, I think they showed it earlier that the size began to wear them down. They just were not matching up size-wise, and that's not indicative of their program as much as it is their youth. They're just so young, I think you're going to see these same kids come back next year, and this is going to be a heck of a football team because they got some nice talent out there. They're just young.
Up the middle that time to number 42, Mike Sinkovich. Gain of about maybe 3 or 4 yards.
I would venture to say that in game 4, 5, and 6 down the line, this Blue Raider team could be a team to reckon with too. It's just you're in the opening game, which never helps. You travel, which is another strike against you, and you're young, so you got a lot of things going against you to try to win a football game. But I think they've played a very respectable game tonight. They've been tough. I think they're just getting tired a little bit now.
In at tailback for the Red Tornadoes, 47, Steve Sinkovich. Up to Steve Sinkovich off the left side. Still on his feet and real close to a first down. It will be a first down for the Red Tornadoes. 45, Ryan McGee into the lineup now. He'll go at the tailback spot for the Big Red with 42, Sinkovich at the fullback spot. Gretzky pitches back to McGee. Out around the right side, tackled at about the 12-yard line. 32, Rusty Lashinsky in now at fullback. And right now, Coach Williams just putting a lot of people into this ball game in his backs positions, letting them go with that big front line. Lashinsky stuffed in there by number 74 from Tamaqua, which is John Feddock. Nope, wrong Fett. That's our side. Number 74, Jamie Turner. Sorry about that. Oh, I knew it was.
Feddock sneak across the line on us, or what? What is he doing there?
Well, we have a couple Boyers playing here, too, both sides.
Yeah,
So could have a couple Feddocks. I could have gotten away with it if you didn't look at me funny. That's the end of the third quarter. The score, Mount Carmel area 35, Tamaqua 0.
No, I mean, you want to talk about having a carbon copy of an opening. You get a team, as you did Tamaqua last year, you're up 35 points, and you get the most invaluable thing you can possibly do in an early season game is that everybody on the team is getting in and playing. And, you know, it paid off in a championship last year, but down the line, when you're down in that 9th and 10th game and you got some injuries and you got a couple of people not playing up to speed because they're nicked or dinged or whatever, you see what it means to have a kid that's played 6, 7, 8 quarters throughout the season win there and be able to pick the slack up without even blinking an eye. And that's where this program is excelling, probably more so than any time in its history, I think, was that so many kids play in a football game. And it just bodes well all the way down. It bodes well for next year, you know, because you got underclassmen who are getting some valuable game experience, and it just gives them a good feeling. You know, they're in the game and makes them feel a part of the team all the time, and it's just invaluable when you see how it works.
About ready to start the fourth quarter here. Billy Anderson out of guard right now, and number 58, Ron Davis, into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes. We'll try to pick numbers here for you. We try to hit everybody that gets into that game, and I just saw Anderson come out of the game. They put Ron Davis in at the right guard position. Third down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Gretzky back to pass.
Oh, beautiful.
Hit Eric Higgins, good for the touchdown. I couldn't pick out Eric's number in the left corner. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
Now, there's a doubt that you're losing anything with Gretzky going, and that just dispelled it right there. A hot heads-up play. You move around a little bit, you move out of the pocket a little bit, and boom, on the run, you hit a receiver and you score a touchdown. And I think Coach Williams emphasized that last night at Supper Club, that the decision wasn't exactly a cut and dried, he's better than him. It's a case where he believes that.
DeFrancesco's kick is up and good, and that's six in a row.
Yeah.
And he's going to work on Mr. Brokenshire's record here if he keeps this up for that long time. Score 42-0, 11:52 left in the ball game.
Get back to Gretzky. He emphasized that Gretzky was so valuable on other parts of the team that he felt that his contribution was equally as important in both areas. So it's truly a little bit unfortunate in that Nick becomes a senior at a time when a quarterback who was there for 4 years leaves, and that's what hurt him, I think, more than anything. And of course, Higgins' legacy will be forever. I mean, you're never going to forget what he's done. So, but I think you're going to see a lot of big things out of Nick Gretzky this year. I think on both sides of the ball. To be absolutely truth with you, I really do. He's a poised young man. We saw him last night at Supper Club. Really carries himself well. You know, got a good head on his shoulders, and he can do a lot of different things for this football team.
Elliot DeFrancesco will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Kick's going to be taken on about the 19-yard line. John Hart has the ball, brings it around the left side. McGee sticks him also in there, number 30, which is Jamin, 27, Evans, 54, Jeff Evans, 27, Dave Evans, 47 also in there, Sinkovich. And on the bottom of the pile, 66, Joe Chicatano. Poor Joe, we couldn't give his number because he was down on the bottom of the pile.
That time you saw where 44, why he so highly spoke of throughout the league and all this, John Hard. He apparently, from what I understand, and wrestling's probably not my forte, as you all know if you watch me telecast it, but apparently an excellent wrestler, among other things. And he's a good, hard-nosed football player. And ladies and gentlemen, he's a sophomore. So he's going to come back, and you're going to see more of him in the years to come. But he's a good football player.
Luna back to pass, rolls to his right. Oh, almost intercepted by McGee. Knocked it down. 2nd down and 10.
That was probably an ill-advised pass on that one. I'm not too sure he saw McGee standing there when he let the pass go, because it was almost directly into his arms when he left it go.
In there for the Red Tornadoes now, we have at nose guard Jeff Evans, Jonathan Else at right tackle, at left tackle Gary Dunn. We have at linebacker Dennis Kraszewski, also number 32 in there, Rusty Lashinsky at linebacker. Dan Malakowski, 45 strong safety Ryan McGee, 21 as the safety is Matt Montgomery, and number 81 over there at the other cornerback is Mike Zavarik. I think I got them all. Luna, 2nd down and 10 for Tamaqua. Handoff. Picked up a fumble on the play.
81.
81, Zavarik has the ball. He carries it down to about the 13-yard line, and a big hit in there. I missed who got the tackle. I don't know where the ball came from.
I don't know. It went over on the other side there, on the right side. Jonathan Else was over there, and Zavarik, and I don't know who made the hit on that side, but it was a hard one.
Timeout called by the officials. They had a player hurt. He was hit hard. You know, it was a nice tackle, and I'm sure maybe on the television you people can see, you know, exactly what happened in there.
Well, that's probably, I think, one of the most unfortunate things that has occurred for Tamaqua so far tonight, Tamaqua area. This is not what they wanted to do, was to give the ball up so far down in their own territory, you know, behind already 42-0.
Okay, work some numbers here, guys. In at quarterback for the Red Tornadoes, number 37, Pete Avellino. Flags on the play.
56.
56, Gary Dunn's in there at guard. 75, Jonathan Else at center. 54, Jeff Evans at guard.
Rusty Lashinsky, 37 in.
32, Rusty Lashinsky coming 32. In. 21, Matt Montgomery also in there. On the far side over there, we got to get the right side of the line.
70.
Number 70 in there for the Red Tornadoes, which is Marlon Bresci. 1st down and 5 for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back, handoff to Lashinsky, poked in there by number 74 in on the tackle, which is Jamie Turner. 52 and 67 into the game for the Red Tornadoes, Charlie Adams and Jason Wojtovich.
Number 1, Mike Wojtovich in.
Well, Mike Wojtovich will go in as the quarterback for the Red Tornadoes. We have a 2nd down and 5 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Again, a big tackle made in there by Turner, or no, that was number 40 in on the tackle for Edgar Salona for Tamaqua. They're going to keep us jumping with number 60, Malakowski into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes. .26 left in the ball game. 42-0, Mount Carmel area in the lead. This one's to McGee, carries the ball for about a 3 or 4 yard gain down to about the 11-yard line. So Mount Carmel will be faced with a 4th down and about 3 yards to go. Mike and Steve Sinkovich now in the backfield for the Red Tornadoes. Wojtovich at quarterback. This one's to Mike Sinkovich off the right side down to about the 10-yard line. They'll be short by about a half a yard. So Tamaqua will take over on downs. First down and 10, Tamaqua from about the 11-yard line. 8:31 left in the ball game.
That was Steve Sinkovich, 47.
Was that Steve? Sorry. We will mess up on that one, I guess, once in a while.
You got too many brothers in this operation this year. We're going to be in serious trouble.
Got to watch both
going
Evanses, too. You can't just say Evans, just can't say Sinkovich.
This is going to be a tough year for us.
.35, Brian Detry in there for the Red Tornadoes now.
Number 44, John Kalinowski.
John Kalinowski's in there. .70 at left tackle is Marlon Bresci. .71 now coming in at tackle for the Red Tornadoes.
Mike Shoppy, 48. Dennis Kraszewski.
And this is a Red Tornado timeout. He's just lining up some different people out there and checking it. Right now, making sure everybody gets in the ball game.
Don't look at me. I didn't hear a word you guys just said. So when the band plays, I'm finished.
It did shut you up tonight.
Pretty much. I don't have a clue. I don't.
Did. That's right.
I'm afraid to talk because I know I can see you guys are doing something here.
Well, maybe we'll be back in full swing next week from Panther Valley. One thing that happens at Panther Valley, though, is we get to be right in the stands with the fans.
Sit in the stands, yeah.
It does usually get you a little more cranked.
And they managed to place the ball, no matter where it is, in front of one of those poles.
Right.
So you never know what the heck yard line you're on anyway.
First down and 10, Tamaqua. Off the right side. Tackle made over there by
58.
Well, 58 would be Ronnie Davis. 35 looked like he made the big hit in there, which was Brian Detry. Second down and 13.
John's lining up at nose tackle now?
No, that's Mike Shoppy at
70.
71's
what?
at
71 Shoppy.
71
yeah,
Shoppy.
Shoppy's at nose tackle.
Jonathan's on right tackle.
Gonna go to the right side. Tackle made over there by, looks like number 35 again, Brian Detry. No, 32 in on the tackle that time, Rusty Lashinsky. Into the lineup now, 53 for the Red Tornadoes, Clayton Casella. Also number 67 in there, Jason Wojtovich. And they put one other lineman in there that I missed. Handoff off the left side, tackle in there. Initial hit made by number 48 of the Red Tornadoes, which is Dennis Kraszewski. Also helped out by 67 Wojtovich.
Jason Malakowski in there.
Jason Malakowski, that's who we missed. Okay. Number 60 in, yeah. Punt formation for Tamaqua. 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in the ball game. 42-0, Mount Carmel area in the lead. Kicks away. Taken by Montgomery on the 48-yard line. Looks for some running room and tackled in there. Nice play made by number 34 from Tamaqua, covering up Brian Hummel. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. 5:57 left in the ball game. .42, the ball carrier, which was Mike Sinkovich.
Like 40. Edgar Solano made a
47
big hit.
was the ball carrier, which was Steve Sinkovic.
Big hit for Tamaqua that time. He filled the hole the way you want somebody to. And his name is also Edgar. You don't run into many Edgars in football these days, so it's even better.
Up the middle this time to Mike Sinkovic. Gain of about maybe a yard. Third down and about 9 yards to go. 4:42 left in the game. Avellino in a quarterback on this play. Pitch back to number 81, Zavaric. He's going to bring it around the left side, and he's tackled for about a 1 yard gain. So Mount Carmel will be faced with a 4th down and about 7 yards to go. 4:08 left on the clock. Mike Wojtovich pitches back to Sinkovic, out around the right side. Finds a little running room and tackled after about a 3 yard gain. So Tamaqua will take over on downs. 1st down and 10, Blue Raiders. .329 left in the ball game. Tamaqua calls timeout as he's working on getting some new players into the game, and I guess a good time again, Warren, to talk about the Supper Club and invite everybody down on Thursday night, which was, you're watching this on a tape delay on Wednesday night, is tomorrow night at 6:30 at Matucci's.
That it is, and certainly we tried to explain to everybody, you know, it's a kind of a club that's fairly informal. You come one night and you can't make it for 2 nights. You don't owe any money. You only owe for the night you come. You want to stop down when maybe that's the night that you can make it with when your son or your daughter might be being honored at Supper Club, then come down. Cost you $5 and the price of a meal if you're going to eat there, and if you don't eat, you're nuts because it's just a fantastic meal for $6. But I mean, there's no pressure, no nothing. You get to ask questions of the coach. You'll get the strategy for the upcoming game. You'll get to see what the opposing team's going to give us. You know what we can expect from them. It's really a good time all around, and you're missing a fantastic time if you don't come down and check it out. And I said last night we had, 39, I guess I told you, 39 paying dues members, not counting the coaches and the players and the cheerleaders, so it was a great night.
Handoff, big hit in there by number 47, which is Steve Sinkovic. Tamaqua will have a 2nd down and about 10. They decided to put your picture on, Warren.
Huh?
Yeah, they have your picture on right
I
here.
can't hear these guys. I have no clue what we're doing here most of the time.
2:54 left in the ball game. 2nd down and 9. Nice hit made in there by number 47, Sinkovic, and also number 60, Malachowski.
Kind of come down to a kind of a push and shove match now for the final 3 minutes or so of the football game. I mean, certainly Mount Carmel area wants to do nothing that's going to cause us to score, and I give Coach Williams credit for that. I mean, certainly 42 points is more than enough against any team. Unfortunately, Tamaqua's losing streak moves to 21 now. 21 in a row, and that's a tough thing to swallow if you're a Blue Raider fan.
Definitely.
But as I said in the beginning, you got to look forward to this year, and somewhere down the line, this team's going to knock somebody off, guaranteed.
Good rush in there made by number 1, Mike Sinkovic. Also, 47 Sinkovic and number 60 Malachowski. .136 left in the ball game. 4th down and about 8 yards to go. Tamaqua going to try to go for this on 4th down. Fayash, the quarterback for Tamaqua. Back, he's going to roll to his right. Rushes on, and a nice, almost a nice catch, but a great hit made by number 47, Steve Sinkovic. Thank you. Mount Carmel area will take over with 1:12 left in the ball game. 42-0, Mount Carmel area in the lead. Wojtovich at quarterback, and Mount Carmel has to call timeout. They're missing one player. But this happens as it goes along. You know that, Wayne, that as you start putting a lot of people in, Clayton Casella comes in at guard.
Well, the thing is, everybody wants to get in, you know, and if the coach wasn't standing there telling them, you know, on and off the field, there'd be 20 guys standing out there in a huddle. And it does get a little confusing. They're trying to get everybody in. In fact, in the last series of downs, one group of kids played a down, and they came off the field, and someone else went in.
Handoff to Sinkovic, out around the left side, finds a little running room. Down to about the 35 to the 30, knocked out of bounds on about the 26-yard line. Great run by number 47, Steve Sinkovic.
Showing a little bit of speed, getting out to the outside.
At first, I didn't think he was going to turn it, you know, the way he was coming at us, but he did. He was deceiving when he got around. He was moving.
Avellino at quarterback. And we either have a timeout, I guess it's a timeout called here by Tamaqua. Couple of the teams, Warren, that we'll be up against this year. I guess everybody knows now that we're in District 4 AA, it changes a little bit, and we go against Lion Mountain. In terms of the district playoffs, Lion Mountain, Central Columbia, Wellsboro, Lewisburg, Hughesville, Mifflinburg, Towanda, Troy, Warrior Run, and Wyalusing. A little bit different, you know, a little bit different teams that we had to play the last couple of years, being Catasauqua and some of the teams from down in District 11.
Obviously, the teams you're looking at there in District 4 right off the top of your head are of course, Mount Carmel area, Lion Mountain, and Central Columbia being the three big teams. And I think you might see Towanda, judging on what we saw last year. Towanda may also be a team to reckon with in the District 4.
Dennis Krzyzewski, the ball carrier that time for about an 8 or 9 yard gain.
And then Towanda's playing us the last game of the season.
That's the odd thing about all these teams is we don't meet these teams other than Towanda. That's the only team you actually see through the year. So you don't really know much about any of these programs.
30 seconds left in the game. Wojtovich going to take it on the bootleg. Out around the left side. Good tackle made by number 40 from Tamaqua, Ed Serlona. Nine seconds. That's the ball game. The final score, the Red Tornadoes 42, the Tamaqua Blue Raiders 0. Teams meet at the center of the field, and as we said about in the beginning, Warren, Tamaqua is definitely going to have to talk about doing a little bit of rebuilding.
Well, I mean, Tamaqua area, Coach Radoka admitted it. He admitted it before the game. And certainly this was a building block, but that was probably going to be the whole 9 yards right there. He's not going to blow smoke and tell you that they're a great football team or a team that's going to challenge anybody right now. But I think they're a team that's going to win some football games. I really do. And I think he's done all the right things. And as these young kids get a little older and get a little bit of game experience, I would not want to run into a Blue Raider team at the end of this season. Absolutely not, from the way what we've seen out there today.
Next step for the well, I guess we talk a little bit about what happened here tonight. It was what was expected. I think Karnatski came along from the junior quarterback spot and did a great job with his passing, and we saw some nice runs tonight, some great blocking out there, and what was expected though. Now as we go on, you're going to meet some little stiffer teams and see how it goes from there.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a good game. You know, as a tune-up. To get your feet wet, you're coming off a fantastic season last year, state champs, and you're so keyed up to get back on the field again. This was a good game. Everybody got a little bit of playing time. We got in there, we knocked heads. We did some things that we wanted to do. We passed the ball a little bit. We don't, you know, right now everybody's looking to Mount Carmel as being a running team. Now's the time. These are the types of games that you start getting your timing down and your passing and everything else. So I thought it was a good game for them.
Excellent game. Moving on, next week, Panther Valley. They've had some difficulty with their program this year, but have put a team on the field. They have some extremely good players. We know, Warren, from going up there, there's some top-name quality players that have come out of Panther Valley. We've had some really difficult games up there, and you could have another one when we go up to the Valley next week.
I think probably more than anything is the uncertainty of a Panther Valley team this year. They brought a coach in at almost the last minute, I would say, a program that you're not sure. They were not a bad program last year. They had some wins. They played tough football. A little bit different than we were used to, where they were having that great passing attack and that kind of team that would scare you going in. Maybe a little different this year that way, and maybe a little unorganized as far as a game plan and an offense. We don't know that for sure, but my guess is when you see what went down there and how the problems are occurring up there, it's not a good thing for kids to have that happening to them. But like I said, first of all, you're the defending state champion, so it doesn't matter who you're playing. You know, they want to put some leather on you. They want to hurt you. So that's always going to be a mark all the way down the next 9 games. Somebody wants to knock you off. You're the defending state champ until you're knocked off. So that's what everybody's going to shoot for. Panther Valley is a rivalry which has gone on for years and years and years, and it's up there. Never a good place to go into and play a football game at. So I expect a lot of things to be happening, up there next week.
Well, we'll be back with you next week, but don't forget about tomorrow night. You're watching this on delay. It's Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, the Supper Club. Come down and join us. Enjoy it with the kids that come. We need the people. Definitely, we need to build it up this year a little more. And if it does, then we work at getting them some things from the Supper Club.
Absolutely.
And you did that last year. You did a lot last year. You had to do it for 15 games. So we can really use the help down there. And it's a nice evening out on a Thursday night.
You cannot go wrong. You absolutely can't go wrong. You'll enjoy every moment that you're there. And I don't really say that much when I'm there.
That's right.
It's even better.
That's right.
Oh, jeez.
You didn't say much tonight either.
Because I never knew who was talking tonight.